If the Premiership night is all the sport and activity being shown in Nigeria, you're killing the local sport activities across Africa.
Across
right?
Africa.
And then you're making the bigger club get more money. Because the right you're buying, you're sending it here.
Yes.
I bring in quite a lot of money constantly in terms of the business that we do from Africa than I make in this country.
Wow.
So we need to look at how we can renovate, re-energize, reinvigorate our own sporting activities. And I think that's why the sport academy that is in mind, that we've been now talking about it seriously in Nigeria, is something that we want to put and create employment through sport and other means for our youth. Yeah.
I mean, you guys, if you look at the screen, you see all the website details. So we'll put that on the screen. So we implore you to support this project. It doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter who's doing it. Let's join hands together, support each other. You might not even be Nigerian, but we're all one. And you can even get that idea. You can take it to your country. It can enlarge. So not just Nigerians, but, sports lovers and, just support this. Get on the website, log on, see how you can support. You could be a sponsor. You could have sponsors. You could know people. You could know how to do something that will help. Please just log on and, give me your support. I'll just go to another question from Nigeria. And this is from Joseph Ilori. You know so many people, so I don't know if you might know, but I know Ilori, that's a popular name back in Nigeria. He wants to know how you're keeping strong with this project, the Ben TV here. I think he is referring to, I won't mention the stations, but like some other stations that probably come on and go off again on the Sky platform. So how do you do it that all the time you've been on? Basically.
Well, first and foremost, we have to give God the glory. As I say, that I don't know how I get here. It is a serious challenge. There's no doubt about it. The major TV station in this country, for example, if I mentioned the BBC, because we pay TV license.
Yes.
And our license goes towards running the BBC. We, as a media, we don't get a penny out of it. And there's a large percentage of my people, either Africans or Nigerian or black people, who buy TV not because of BBC, but because of Ben and the similar channels, right? But they still pay a TV license.
Yeah.
So they buy for me, their money is given to BBC. And so I think really the government needs to open the door to say, well, BBC is not catering for the African Nigerian community as much as Ben Television is catering for them. A percentage of that money needs to be given to ethnic channels who are promoting diversity, inclusion, and whatever that the government is trying to create in harmonizing these communities. I don't get a penny.
Wow.
Right? So I have to constantly have to go back home to beg for money or do more job from back home. These are African countries that we're saying I'm giving grant to, right?
Yeah.
But I also provide a service for the humanity of United Kingdom, all by black or white.
Yes.
But I don't get any funding for that. So it is a hard challenge. It's totally very hard. There's no lying about it. But we thank God for his mercy. Even right now, as we sit, we're still calculating how are we going to settle that one? How are we going to do this? But we know God will provide, and we know that the future is bright. But until we get to the state that we say, well, as you rightly mentioned, people are watching us, enjoying us. They say, wow, this guy has been doing it. But nobody's giving us a penny. If people don't advertise on your channel, you have a problem.
That's true.
If you don't sponsor, there's a problem. So we have to go back some way to find the money to come and promote Africa, promote Nigeria, promote our culture and our people. So we're doing a total humanitarian service, charitable level, in order to bridge the gap, which is what our ethos is, bridging the gap between Africa and Europe, bridging the gap between North England and South England, bridging the gap between white and black, bridging the gap between ministry and the private sector. That is what we're doing. So it's a serious challenge, and sometimes we limit to what we can show, because some people might see us as a black TV station, totally black, so they don't want to be associated with that. Some people might see us totally as a Nigerian channel. We don't want to be seen around it. But I'm sorry, we promote the positive side of it, and if there's a criticism, people are still able to call in during our live show to say, well, we disagree with what that guy is saying.
Yeah.
Is a platform that shares and giving out information.
Yes.
So it is a very hard task.
Wow.
It is very hard.
Wow. I was just going to go to, because I know you're the chairman of Jadergroup, and I didn't know this until yesterday, that you actually publish mobile tech news. I would love to see that. And it says here that it's Nigeria's first mobile telecommunications magazine, an Excel magazine. I've seen Excel magazine before. Can you just tell us a little bit about that project?
Yeah, well, I think just before probably the advent of Ben Television, I was into telecom as well. My last probably proper day-to-day activities was in telecom.
Okay.
And so when the Nigerian telecom industry opened up, I thought, well, what can I quickly run in to do immediately?
That's a Nitel.
Yes. And then we have the GSM, so I thought, well, let's quickly run in and provide a magazine that would not cater for the telecom industry as much as giving dealers information on all that kind of necessary thing. So we then started with the Mobile Tech News magazine in order to stimulate the market and then tell about people. And so that then became the first project to do with telecommunication in Nigeria. And of course, I think later on then we found out that actually we're too fast for the market because the market is kind of a new baby. So we then slowly back up.
So was this before the Ben TV project?
Yes, in fact, just before the Ben TV project.
So
we slow down, and then while you're slowing down, say, okay, well, let's just wait for the market, the telecom to really pick up, then go back in with what we want. And then while you're thinking of that, that's when the idea of the Ben creep in. And then immediately you just push that and then say, well, why you have to be on the ground. So while you're looking for the investors and all that kind of thing, well, of course, still doing your 9 to 5 in order to survive.
Oh, there's another project here that's really interesting, so I'd like you to just shed some light on it. Back in 2004, just trying to give you some hints, maybe you know where I'm going to. It's a project you did with Alaji Tukor.
Okay, Tukor.
Yeah. And that was Invest Africa. I checked it and it was really, really inspiring. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I tell you what, when you're desperate and when you believe in a project, when you believe that there are people there that believe in what you are doing, you always, I believe, should find time for working and learning from these people. And Dr. learning. And Dr. Mamanga Tukoro, for me, is definitely that teacher. Is definitely that person that you just don't put him in a position and say, this is your position, right? I have no choice if Bamanga Tukor called me now to do something for me not to go and do it. Because I know whatever it is that he's asking me to do is in the right part of what he wants me to gain more knowledge, more experience on. And he will not ask me to do something as well when he don't think that I can contribute into that.
Yeah.
So the Africa Invest project was basically then to find the investment destination across Africa and to compile a 300-page publication together.
300 pages?
300 page. And so that project was done in association with African Business Roundtable, which is the continental-wide organization dealing with the private sector, which Dr. Bamanga Chukwu happened to be the chair and the president, with Her Majesty's Stationery Office. Their Majesty's Stationery Office, they publish everything and print everything to do for the Queen. So it's a combination of network of strong organization. And so me just being the coordinator between the two and Her Majesty's Stationery Offices. And then we put this information together. And yeah, it took precisely a year to put together. And of course, the kudos goes to Her Majesty's Stationery Office because they have the resources, they have the knowledge of the industry, and then the ABR, African Business Roundtable, have the facility and the information as well. So it's a marriage that blend well. And it's a project that one could have sustained, if not because of all the commitment as well that filtered through. But when you look at it widely, when you come across people that you absolutely believe has value, without people telling you really you should try as much as possible to push yourself there. And that's the way I see life. If you can press the button now and you think it's good, quickly press that button, get the people, share with them, learn from them, gather from them. Because for me, every day is a learning day. No day is different.
You always use that language, learning.
Every day I just learn. And I have no choice than to keep learning. Hi, you're watching Tosh Mag, so don't go away. And every time, do come back to the site to get an update on the latest information.